Okay, so let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is prime my eyelids, and the primer that I am well, really it's a base, and the base that I'm using is MAC's Soft Ochre. And then I'm just applying a basic brown. The brown that I'm using is out of one of my BH Cosmetic palettes, but it's just a simple brown, just to create somewhat of a crease to soften the blending. The next thing that I'm going to do is add a little purplish pink color right above that crease. In the Beyonce Mine video, it was blue and then there was a gradient of purple. And then here I am adding the dark blue. The dark blue that I'm using is from a Wet n Wild palette. And so I'm just putting that in the corners of my eyes. And it's coming out looking black, but it's supposed to be dark blue, but I guess it's black, dark blue, blackish blue, right? And then here I'm just blending it out just to soften the edges and make it a little bit more, just to soften it up a little bit. And then here I am using NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Electric Blue, I think. And I'm applying this all over my eyelid. I wish I had something a little deeper, but it's all I had, so it's what I used. And then I'm going back into that Wet n Wild palette and applying a kind of like a bluish green color on top of that NYX Jumbo Pencil. And then I'm taking a color out of a BH Cosmetic palette and just darkening up that blue a little bit. Here I'm just blending it out, making sure that everything just looks blended. The next thing that I'm going to do is add a little white to the top of that crease, and it's supposed to add just a little gradient. I wish I had a different white to create a different kind of gradient. This didn't create the dramatic gradient that I was looking for, but and then there I just added the white to the corners of my eye. So the next thing I'm going to do is my face, and the foundation that I'm using is the Makeup for Forever HD foundation, which I love. I really love it. So I'm using it here. I especially love it in the winter because I feel like it matches my color best in the winter. So I'm just taking an e.l.f. brush and blending that out. And I didn't use a lot of foundation. I just dabbed it all over my face. But I'm not big on using a ton of foundation. The next thing that I'm going to do is just take this e.l.f. brush and just kind of dab my face just to get all the excess oil. And here I'm using a LA Girl Pro Concealer. I love their concealers. I especially love the price of their concealers. I think they're like $1.99 at your local beauty store. But I'm using this to just conceal all of my dark circles. I have some pretty heavy dark circles that are hereditary, so I just use this to conceal that. And when blending out anything under your eye, I just make sure that, I'm really soft, really gentle under the eye area. So that's why I'm not using a brush. I'm really just using my finger and just dabbing the product into my skin. I'm now using a darker color, the same LA Girl Pro Concealer, just in a darker color, and I'm using this to contour my face. And then I am using a MAC Prep and Prime in the color Light Boost to highlight my face. Highlighting and contouring is it's something that I'm still learning. I'm still growing. It still changes every day for me on how I highlight and contour my face. Uh, uh, Highlighting and contouring can really make or break your face. And so, you know, it's it's the ideal way to not look crazy when you walk out the door after you've done your face. But a lot of times when you're adding all these products, it can go really wrong or it can go really right. So I'm still learning how to contour and highlight, but I kind of like using the LA Girl to contour. I feel like it gives a more natural contour. Um, but who knows what I'm doing next week? It really could change. It changes weekly almost. But the key to highlighting and contouring is blending it out. Blending it out and making sure that everything looks realistic and natural. And the purpose of highlighting and contouring is just to, when you put foundation on, it kind of makes your face look flat. So contouring and highlighting your it brings back dimension to your face. So you can bring back your, cheekbones, and, you can carve out your face and create bones that weren't there, like how I'm doing. I'm creating some cheekbones there that I don't really have. And, a pretty structured jawline, which I definitely don't have. So it can be a good thing if you know what you're doing. And here I'm just taking a separate brush, no product on the brush, just taking the brush and just blending that out, blending it out, blending it out. And here I'm going to set my concealer and highlight with the Ben Nye Banana Powder. Uh, this stuff it took me a while to get used to it. You can look crazy if you use too much of this. So I use a very light hand when applying it on my face. But it's really good to set your highlight. And here I'm just blending it out again just to make sure it looks right. The next thing that I'm going to do is add a little blush. In the Mine video, Beyonce she didn't have really any blush. It was just uh, she had a really good contour going on her face. So I made sure that the um, blush that I did use was not like a pinky blush. And I kind of did it off camera because I bent down too far. But here I applied my eyeliner under my eye and above my eye. And then here I am setting my foundation, just adding a real light powder just to bring everything together and to set my face. I always apply my mascara after I apply my powder. I find that if I do it before, I generally get like powder flakes in my mascara, and bugs the mess out of me. So I always do my mascara after I set my powder, or after I set my face with the powder. And then the last step is, of course, adding lipstick. And in the video, Beyonce had a very neutral nude lip. So that is what I am attempting here. Just a very nude lip. And this is, man, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a Wet n Wild lipstick. So this is my interpretation of the Beyonce Mine video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I will talk with you guys later. Bye.